Hey, welcome back to No Party with B and J, where we don't play party games, we tell the truth, no matter who feelings get hurt.
Washington's open again after the shutdown, but the drama didn't end. From Trump's flood of pardons to a Supreme Court fight over tariffs, the Democrats turning on Chuck Schumer, and even Trump feuding with his own MAGA crew. Brenda, it's a mess.
And right here in Tennessee, we've got our own kind of headlines, like Minister Deborah Austin in Sumner County working to keep folks warm while D.C. points the fingers. So, yeah, we've got plenty to talk about today.
Let's start with that big story 77 pardons from Donald Trump. We're talking Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, Mark Meadows, John Eastman, the main architects of that fake electoral plan.
That's a lot of people. Other countries are looking at America and shaking their head, saying, how can you call yourself the leader of the free world when you keep protecting your own, which is pedophiles?
It's crazy. And you know what's worse? It tells people the law isn't equal, that if you've got power or connections, you can get away with practically anything.
Exactly, Justin. When you pardon the people who tried to overturn an election, you send a message that justice ain't blind, it's for sale.
And it's not about Democrats or Republicans. It's about a system that has lost accountability.
And when you lose accountability at the top, you lose trust at the bottom. That's why so many people have checked out of politics, because it feels like no one up there pays the price for their actions. Now, this next one, it ain't sexy TV, but it's huge. The Supreme Court is hearing arguments on whether Trump broke the law when he used emergency powers to throw tariffs on imports.
And that case could change how much power a president really has over the economy. Trump used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, a law meant for war or terror crisis, not to run a trade war.
And when he did that, prices jumped on steel, lumber, and electronics. You name it, everyday folks paid.
So now the court's asking, can one man declare a national emergency every time he wants to change trade rules?
That's the real question about checks and balances. If they say yes, future presidents can use emergencies for almost anything.
And if they say no, it reins in the power of the White House and puts Congress back in its lane.
Either way, that decision will shape how much control Washington has over your money, your job, and your cost of living.
Now, here's the one that has everybody talking. Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene are going at it. He says she's lost her way, that she's catering to the other side.
And he flat out said, I created MAGA, so I decide what it means. That man is trying to own a movement like it's a brand.
Meanwhile, Greene's talking more about everyday issues, healthcare costs, family struggles, and that doesn't sit right with Trump because he wants the focus on him.
He wants it all on him. So now MAGA split between the cult of personality and the working class talkers.
That shows you even the loudest movements can crack when power and ego collide.
Hey, yes, it can, Justin. And while they're arguing over who owns the name, regular people just want leadership that works.
Exactly. This isn't left versus right anymore. It's ego versus reality.
And right now, they got some big egos. Trump got the biggest, I'm going to say. Now, let's flip to the other side of the aisle. Let's get to them Democrats. Chuck Schumer's taking the heat from his own party after how the shutdown ended.
Yes, Democrats are saying he folded too fast. They say he couldn't hold his people together and gave up leverage without real wins for workers or families.
I think he did too. Some Democrats have even called for him to stepped down as a leader, saying he's lost control of his own house and his strategy ain't cutting it anymore. He's gotten too old, Justin.
Republicans call it proof the Democrats don't know how to fight. And the people, we're just tired of the same lame game.
That's what I'm saying. They need some gangsters in the White House. Some people that are willing to stand up and bring that gun to that gunfight. That's what they need to do. That's why stories like Minister Deborah Austin's matter, while Congress argues. She's right here in Sumner County running a stay warm shelter for the homeless. Channel 5 covered it, and she's asking for help from the community.
The community needs to help her because she is the kind of leader we actually need.
Yeah.
No cameras, no titles. She has been doing this work for years.
Correct.
We need blankets, hot meals, warm beds, real impact, and volunteers.
Most of all, they need volunteers. They need some help. If everybody gave $1, that would help tremendously. It's not about how much, it's about volume. That's the contrast right here. In DC, leaders lose control in our communities. People like Minister Austin step up and they save lives.
So if you are in Sumner County and you can help, please reach out to her. That's how we make a difference when the politicians just don't act on it.
From pardons to tariffs, from MAGA fractures to the shutdown fallout. It all comes down to leadership. And right now, most of that ain't coming from Washington.
No, the real leaders are the ones doing the work on the ground.
If you can't vote, then go vote. If you can't vote, drive 5 who can and hand deliver them to the polls.
This has been No Party with B and J. We'll catch you on the other side.
Hey!